wait the evaporation of the alcohol again, and it's like a waste of time to do it again, right? And to repeat the same ingredient. That's why we're gonna get tomato juice. Actually, you need to get tomato juice, not tomato chopped like this one. But the blender in the kitchen was not working, so I needed to chop it in small pieces. But the idea is to get like a liquid with the tomato, so you blend it without salt, without pepper, without garlic, but you blend it with the skin, right? It's important to get the skin of the tomato. So basically the idea right now is to cover all the masses with tomato juice or tomato chop, right? In order to change the temperature again. The tomato was in the fridge, so we're going to decrease the temperature again, right? You need to be careful with the amount of tomato. You should know that tomato is acid, so be careful with the amount of the acid vegetables you are getting. And that's why I prefer to leave the muscle there in the middle of the pan, right? For two reasons actually. The first one, because it's the concentration of the first ring of fire, so the temperature is higher. And the second one, the idea is to cover, to get the tomato on the top of it. Imagine if the masses are all around the pan, I'm going to need to get lots of tomato. It's not ideal, right? It's not a good sweet vegetable, so it's acid, so be careful with the amount of it, right? We keep on evaporating the alcohol. And when I start to see that the first masses like this one are starting to open, yeah, it's a good moment to get tomato on the top, right? That's why I suggested to get tomato juice, alright? The idea is to cover all of them with the juice of the tomato. You bring, again, all the ingredients to the middle of the pan and you make that circles I told you, right? Great. Right now, yeah, we are ready to start with the third step. Most important when you cook paella is getting the spices, alright? You need to get 6 kinds of spices and the exact amount of them. The idea is to make like a big puddle there in the middle with all the liquids, like a river there. Because what we need to do is like a big paste of flavors, right? We're gonna get lots of them and a huge amount of sweet paprika, right? First of all, salt. Salt, pepper. This is turmeric. Actually, the color of turmeric is always yellow, but this one is a specific one for paella, right? So it's not so important if you can't get turmeric in your own country because it's not needed to cook paella. Turmeric is just to change the color of the rice. It's not so flavored, right? So maybe you can get more sweet paprika or more saffron instead of turmeric. Turmeric in Spanish would be cúrcuma. Yeah. Great. Sweet paprika, a huge amount of sweet paprika, guys, for 2 reasons. First of all, you should know that we need to change the color of the rice. In the very beginning the rice is white and we need to change it into brown, red, orange, yellow. Well, it depends on the spices you are using, but the color will be like between red and brown, right? And the second reason, you know, I really trust guys in Bogueria's Markets products because they are really, really fresh there. But you should know that seafood, when it's not cooked, it smells really particularly, you know? So the idea is to get lots of spices and lots of vegetables in order to change that smell and that flavor, right? That's why when you're cooking seafood all the time, you need to get lots of vegetables and spices. Great. Bay leaves or laurel leaves, lots of them. In Spanish would be laurel. You should know that paella is a really flavored meal, so you need to get lots of spices. That's why the amount of bay leaves, right? Now is the turn of the king of ingredients when you cook paella. This is saffron, guys. What you should know about saffron, that here in Spain saffron is extremely cheap than in the rest of the world. This little box, when it's full, this is just a third of the amount of it. But when this little box is full, this is about €1.50 or €2.50, and in the rest of the world this is between 8 to 12 euros. And somebody told me that in Australia this is between 20 to 24. So maybe guys, it's a good opportunity for you to buy some saffron here in Spain. You can buy it in every supermarket. You can take saffron to your own home. You can sell saffron. I don't know. It's extremely cheap here because it's produced here in Spain. It's the part of the inside of a specific flower that if you see it really close, that flower, you're going to be able to see all these little hairs in the inside, right? Try not to buy the saffron powder. It's better if you buy this one, right? The little hairs, right? Be careful guys with the amount of saffron you're going to get into the preparation because it's really strong and it's changing the color of the rest of the ingredients, right? Saffron is really useful when you cook chicken, when you cook any kind of paella, when you want to prepare a soup, for example, with a rice. It's always really good, right? Great, we finished with the 6 spices. We need to be sure that every little part of the pan is being flavored by the olive oil and the white wine and the 6 kind of spices we used, alright? The idea is to change the color of all the ingredients. Well, and now is the turn of the prawns. Remember what I showed you before, guys, that here in Spain we are using 2 varieties of prawns, the raw ones and the pre-cooked ones. In the cooking class we prefer to use this one in order to leave the flavor of the cooking process of them into the pan, right? What you should do when you want to eat the calamari, the prawns, is to take off the tail, the head,